What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or not, depending where you're at, but hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at today to talk more about crypto, talk more about the markets. Obviously, the markets went exactly where we thought they were going to go. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I'm a little bit out of breath. I was running to get back to the computer. I did have my, my garage doors had some issues with them. And so a guy was out here fixing the garage doors and phenomenal job, dude. Great. Garage doors are the best. So we're back at it today and we're ready to rock and roll. And so before we jump into it all, let me catch my breath because I was running to get back here to get on stream with you guys, and we're back. So what's up, everyone over on the TikTok side? What's up, everyone over here on the YouTube side? We got just Bounty in the house here. What's up? Yeah, manipulation at its finest, dude. Crazy. F Joe, what's up, buddy? We got Jason in the house here. Observer, dude. Good to see you. We got Pipeline in the house here. Andrew B. What's up, Andrew B? Appreciate you, man. Over in my TikTok and on YouTube. Appreciate you, man. We need the Clarity Act for sure, dude. Wild Dog, what's up? Chameleon, Cool Cat, what's up, buddy? Wild Dog, William, Griff's in the house here. Jeffrey, Matt, Tall Paul, Tony, Rick, good to see you. Banshee, Evan, Observer Dude, what's up, man? I am scrolling fast because we're going to get into this Crypto People Drill because I'm a little bit behind. Tim Shea, we got the mayor of crypto in the house here. What's up, my buddy? Who else we got here? Who else we got? Anthony, what's up, bud? Shaman, what's up, buddy? Hope all is well, man. We got Juan. Good to see you guys. All right. Tommy Savage, what's up, bud? Let's jump into it, man. We got some things to cover today. As I said, market's looking pretty, I don't know what the word is, down, manipulated, however you want to say it. But we knew that this was going to happen. I mean, we talked about it yesterday on stream. Indicators were obviously there. We knew that we were waking up on this Friday. It's been 3-4 Fridays in a row now to where we've seen this just happen. Markets open up, obliteration in the market. Bitcoin goes down. Ethereum's going down. XRP is going down. A lot of things are going down. We're seeing it right now. What's up, Stark, over on the TikTok side? What's up, buddy? Good to see you over there. Good to see everyone over on the TikTok side. But yeah, we're seeing that right now. You can see Bitcoin sitting around roughly 90,000, right? 90,165. Market cap sitting around 3.06. Remember, we were about a week and a half ago, we were down below the 3 trillion mark. So it is nice to still be up there. Fear and greed is actually flattened out at 29. Ethereum sitting here at 3,000, almost 3,074. Kind of crazy. XRP back below the $2 mark, which kind of sucks for some people that are, on the XRP bandwagon. Hedera continues to fall back down to 1242. It has fell another ranking. It was at 20 earlier this week. Now it's down to 23. So we're seeing that continually slide in the rankings here. You can see over here on the cryptocurrency or on the stock market side, we're seeing that the Nasdaq's getting absolutely destroyed. 332 points down. S&P 500 62 points down. And the Dow, after having a great day yesterday, is down 158 points. So obviously, we're a little bit into the red. This is what we see when we come into Fridays now. Fridays seem to be the dump days. Originally, it went basically almost 2-3 weeks where Fridays seem to be the pump days. Now we flipped the script, and now it's the dump days, and it's very, very obvious what we're seeing right here. I mean, why is Bitcoin dumping? Why are the stock markets going down? And it's like here, most U.S. markets open, BTC gets slammed fast. A quick wipeout, then a slow recovery. This is not random. This is a big desk hunting liquidity. We're seeing this across the board. The liquidity is insane. The amount of money that's getting liquidated in these markets is crazy, dude. Crazy how much people are just continually putting in their longs or their shorts, not looking at indicators, maybe blindly putting money in. I don't know. I don't know what it is. We talked about it yesterday on stream. We knew that the markets were going to be a little bit rough today. Everything was screaming that. So if anyone put in a long position and didn't put a stop loss or didn't cover it or put in too much, they obviously put too much leverage, they're getting obliterated. I mean, that's just basically what it comes down to, dude. This is what happens. The big desks are out there. They're hunting liquidity. They hit the open. They trigger the stops. They reload. It's the fastest way for large players, whether that's institutions or whoever else out there, to accumulate size without chasing the price. When they finish, the real move begins. Front run the predators before they flip the switch. And this is kind of what's happening here. It just sucks, man. It just sucks. We're seeing this, but it's starting to flatten out here. You can see that the shorts and the longs in the last 1 hour has kind of starting to flat out a little bit. This ratio was about a 1-to-10 ratio earlier this morning. You can see over here that this is a bigger ratio, right? In terms of 235 to 16 million, 246 to 29. I mean, this will flip. You guys know this. The script's going to flip. It's probably going to flip tonight. Late tonight, probably early morning, 12, maybe midnight to 1 a.m. So Saturday, we'll probably see the script get flipped. That's when you want to, put some longs in or things like that. And that's kind of where it's at right now. But just realize the manipulation's on the table, dude. It's not even, it's like screaming at us in our face. It's not even, there's no hidden features here. I mean, we all see it. They're not even hiding it. I mean, we knew this was going to happen today. We saw it. I mean, it was very clear yesterday. And we knew. So it's just good to see. I mean, so I hope no one got into too many, long positions yesterday. I definitely didn't put any long positions in. So we're going from there. Those liquidations have been listening to the feds for too long, right, Samuel? It feels like that, dude. XGL looks busy, up 90% of the but 90% of the bots, real holders barely show up. I don't know how it works, dude. I'm sure there's probably a lot, dude. When you're trading, these things are out there. I mean, it's all AI trading anyways, dude. So like, I don't know. I mean, I think that there's probably a mixture of that for sure. Humans, non-humans, whatever it might be. So reacting to news is already late. The manipulation's real. Yeah, I mean, the manipulation's here, dude. We're talking about it, but I mean, it's, we talked about it last night going into today, what exactly was going to happen here. But on the other side of it, on the flip side of it, dude, I mean, gold futures extend above 4,380, now up almost 65% over the year. Gold is on the brink of a new record high. I mean, so you have precious metals out here that are absolutely dominating the space right now. And a lot of people here have talked about gold and getting into silver and getting into all these other things. And it's kind of crazy. How much lower do I think it's going to go? We'll talk about that. Juan, I have a little thing we'll set up here. We'll go through some of the indicators. We'll go through the RSIs. There's some that I think are going to flatten out. I think XRP is going to kind of flatten out a little bit over the next 24 hours, maybe less than that, to where we could potentially put a long position in. Government getting shut down again. Hold on, everyone. I know we saw that coming up here in January, this potential shutdown again. You can see right here, silver. Silver just hit a new all-time high. Look at this, dude, of $64. $64. It's now up 125% in 2025. Silver has also been an early signal for risk on asset to start outperforming. As you know right here, so silver has obviously been a big discussion. You got gold being a big discussion. We know that Bitcoin tends to follow after these things hit all-time highs. Precious metals, money flows out of these precious metals and into Bitcoin, which tends to be sort of what it looks like here. But you can see anytime the gold or silver and or gold hits these, Bitcoin tends to follow a couple weeks, if not a month later. You can see every time it's about a couple weeks or a month later. Here we are hitting all-time highs, and now Bitcoin maybe potentially come back up and hitting its all-time high. We'll see, but these are correlated. I mean, these things do happen. So don't be shocked when this does happen, because it's right here for the taking. It says right here, we're seeing gold and silver hit new highs. I think soon this liquidity will flow into crypto, which could send BTC to a new all-time high in 2026. So again, if you're a believer that we're going to go into 2026 as a potential for a bull run, then yeah, we're all on board. But there's a lot of people out here, and I'll share some charts where people think that we're on the downtrend here. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. Government getting shut down again. Yeah, I just read that. What kind of leverage can you use on BTC or Kraken? You can use as much leverage as you want, bro. I mean, like isolated leverage, you can use up to, depending on the asset. I think you could use, like for BTC, I think you can use up to, on isolated, you can use up to 125 on isolated. But if you want to go to cross, if you want to do a cross, they allow you to do, I think it's like 500, bro, or more, maybe it's 125. I think I have to go to the, let's go to the future side here. I think you can use 500x, bro. I mean, you can do a 500x on Bitcoin, right? Which is crazy. You can do a 500x. That means you can put $10 in on a 500 and you can make some pretty good money, which is what people do, right? That's why they put these longs in, and they'll do a 500x on $10. And then they'll put stop losses in and hope it goes, right? So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but you can actually do a lot of high leverage trades on BTCC. I like BTCC. It's legit. Invest, don't gamble. DCA, buy and sell indicators, most important. To hodl, yeah, I would agree with you 100%, dude. Just like I gotta grab a water. Oh, man, running around this morning, kicking my butt. Let's see here. What's up with Solana and XRP getting in bed together? Yeah, it's been out there for a while, dude. It's been out there for a while. So here's what we saw. So we were seeing this. Every gold rally ends with a Bitcoin super cycle. So silver's in the same boat here. Silver's in the exact same boat here. So I showed this chart 2 days ago, maybe. And you can see right here, money flows into Bitcoin. And, that's what kind of happens here is that we're going to have these highs with with gold and silver. And now we're going to see it potentially flow back into Bitcoin. I mean, that's kind of the trend. So Yeah, 300K will go to 3K. You think 300K? You think 3K for BTC? No way, dude. There's no way it's going down to 3K again, ever again. I showed this also before. BTC performance over the last three midterms election years. Look at that, dude. Minus 59% in 2014, minus 75% in 2018, minus 64% in 2022. And right now we're actually at a minus 1.24% here in 2026, which I guess on an election year is not that bad. So every year in between election years is when you want to make your money. So look at that, dude. Every time we have an election year, it performs negatively, right? This is total percentage returns. And look at that, dude. It's almost spot on. So we project we should have basically 3 years after this red. If we end the year in the red, which is looking like we already are, it's looking like we have a potential. And I mean, like, what's crazy about this is that, like, it shouldn't. We should actually have a green. This should be a green year. This is where everything should have thrown off here. Like every 3 years, like 1, 2, 3, red, 1, 2, 3, red, 1, 2, 3, red. Now it's 1, 2. We're in the red. So it kind of is concerning. I mean, you're kind of like, oh man, like, it is the cycle off at that point. I mean this is the 4-year cycle. 1, 2. This is the exactly the 4-year cycle that we've been talking about here. And this 4-year cycle is getting obliterated right now. So the question is, I mean, is the 4-year cycle off? Well, there's something showing us that the potential for a 4-year cycle is off, dude. They're killing crypto. They don't want crypto around. They very well could, dude. I think quantum computing could eventually kill crypto down the road. I mean, crypto might know. I mean, once you can break the blockchains and a lot of that kind of stuff, I mean, maybe crypto is no longer here. Maybe this is like a golden era for crypto, and who knows what can happen? I don't know. But I mean, we have probably a short period of time to make as much money as we possibly can in this asset class. And that's exactly what I'm here for. So did you see the Trump gambling commercial? It's embarrassing. I have not seen it, dude. 65K. I started moving silver jewelry and loaded up on silver at 38. Damn, dude. That's nice. That's good, dude. Saying BTC goes to 3K just screams of pure anger for lack of 3K is crazy. I mean, to get to 3K would be poof. I don't know. That'd be, I don't know if I'd see that before. So I showed this chart a little bit ago too. This is new right here, but really what this is telling us is that every time you actually go down here and you see the RSIs, I do a lot of my trading off of RSI. You guys know that. Anyone that's been following for a long time, obviously majority of the things that I make my assessments on are RSI related, right? Relative Strength Index related. I think it's one of the best indicators out there, if not the best indicator out there. So when you start to match this up with other things, you start to sort of see where things are going to transpire here. And I shared this yesterday. It might have been yesterday I shared this. But I'm going to share it again because the 4-year cycles are saying people who are believing that the 4-year cycles are here, I mean, they're now bearish, obviously. So it's just kind of crazy how this goes because, I mean, what you're seeing here is that other groups say, no, this is the best moment to be stepping into the markets. People that are more bearish are saying the 4-year cycle is over. We're coming down. And I mean, no one knows what the future is going to hold here, especially when it comes to like BTC and all the things that we got going on here. But you can actually pull this back and look and see, okay, this makes sense because every time this has happened over the last 5 years, 6 years, or probably close to almost 4 years, going on 5 years, we tend to follow this RSI indicator here. And when the RSI indicator hits a certain level, we do have bounce backs. Like there's no question here. You can look at the data in front of you, right? We have it coming back over here. It comes below the 20% marker, and we bounce up nicely after this, right? It might take a couple months, which is what we're doing right now. I mean, it could take a couple months for us to actually get out of this up and down trigger before we have a breakout. That breakout could probably come maybe end of Q1, right? Maybe somewhere in Q1 we have the breakout. We'll probably spend the next couple months sitting in this area right here. We'll probably sit in January, February, sitting in this little triangle right here. And every time we sit in these triangles, we have these, periods of time where it's up and down and we don't really move a whole lot. But that's kind of where we're at. I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing right now. And so, I mean, you can make money leverage trading. You can make money on the ups and downs of it. But I mean, as far as a major breakout, we probably won't see that for, next, potential 3 or 4 months. So, yeah. Looking at the chart, looks like it's over. I wouldn't say that it's over. I mean, I think that we've hit some really good levels. It's kind of crazy how fast we hit some levels. We actually hit we hit some crazy levels that I didn't think we were going to hit this fast. I mean, we're in bear market territory, guys. These are bear market numbers. Like, that's what's crazy about this. Like, this chart is showing you the bear market numbers. And like, we're already hitting these bear market numbers when it comes to RSI levels. And we only hit these levels in bear markets. Or like during the downturn. Like, you can see over here, like, we went past this level both in 2022 and 2023 here. And it's crazy to see because, like, we only hit these in the bear markets. We don't actually hit these in other markets, right? I mean, you could even, maybe you could say that, 2025 was a bull market, but it wasn't that great of a bull market in all reality. So we come out, what did it say over here? Expecting 40K to 50K bear market bottom. I think we're going to be, we'll probably come back down to 70K. Yeah, just in time for taxes. Yeah. 150 XRP. Let's go. I need that. A lot of people are hoping 150 XRP. A new 4 year starting. We won't come out of this regular. What are you saying, dude? No, it's just being realistic. Sell out your high caps, altcoins, dump into cent pre-sale. You're saying buy that pre-sale, that cent pre-sale? Yeah, pre-sale's looking good. Here, this was actually pretty great. So obviously, I showed this chart a couple days ago, but it's been updated since. It says VIX has dropped below 15 for the first time in over 2 months, signaling a return to more normal volatility. Past cases saw when the S&P 500 was higher 13 of the 14 times over the last after 3 weeks. So basically, what it's saying is that when the VIX hits a certain number here, 15. 13 out of 14 times the S&P 500 3 weeks later will get higher, and it happens every year. So we'll see this over the period of time. 13 to 14 times, that's pretty good. And then you can see right here, this is what I'm talking about, 13 to 14 times over the years where this actually happens, we end up higher. And then obviously 100% time over the year, we actually peak out. So like a year from now, people are thinking that we're going to hit all-time highs still. So it's kind of crazy when you look at this VIX and where it's at versus, and I said, like, we're at numbers where we would see us in the bear markets, like, and yet people are saying we're going to go down further, and it's just hard. I guess for me, it's like right now it's hard to fathom because the numbers we're already hitting are bear market numbers, and we hit them so fast. You know what I mean? Screw this cycle, send XCL to the moon. Yeah, dude, Sentinel's killing it right now with that pre-sale, dude. Like, that pre-sale, 12 days left in that pre-sale, dude? People are jumping on it massively, dude. Young Kuhun, the man world's highest IQ, says buying XRP. Does he say buying XRP? Super cycle means multiple tops over multiple years. I would agree, dude. Show brokerage P&L just in time for taxes. What are you talking about? The brokerage P&L, profit and losses on that? So this is for anyone that's bearish out here. I showed this chart as well, updated chart now. Basically, this is the power moves and cycle tops. You can see right here that November 2025 is determined to be what they're saying a cycle top. So you can see right here, this is not saying that this is just basically saying that we're seeing the cycle top, and that's fine. We'll go through the cycle. But what they're saying is that November of 2028 is when we're going to actually see our low here. If you actually go back and look at the years here between February, basically starting in June of 2011, we've hit these cycles, and it really started back here in February 2014. This is where we started to really develop these cycles here, where we hit the bottom in November, came back up, we peaked out again, and then so November is the cycle of where we hit on these things. And so basically what I'm saying here is that November 26, 2026 should be the bottom. That doesn't mean that we still can't have that means that we still can't have a great Q1, Q2 of 2026. I think we can. It's just telling us that, hey, this is gearing up towards the potential of the cycle top here. This guy's already calling it early. This guy says that we've already peaked it. This guy already says that we've already hit it. We're on our way down. So kind of crazy. Some people have different ways of looking at it. Do you think XRP will go deeper than 183? It very well could. Yeah, it very well could. I think that we're going to probably have our ups and downs here going into the end of the year and into Q1. Yeah. Austin, did you see the OCC? Yeah, I did. If you guys don't know, the Office of Comptroller of Currency or of the currency, it's called the OCC. They actually came out and made the announcement today that Ripple just received conditional approval from the U.S. OCC to charter Ripple's National Trust Bank. This is a massive step forward. This first for RLUSD. Crazy. This is a crazy setup right here. I can see why people are pissed off at XRP. I can see why people don't like XRP because they're doing things like that. This is a massive jump forward for them. This is, like he says, massive step first for RLUSD, setting the highest standard for stablecoin compliance with both federal OCC and the obviously the New York Department of FS or Financial Services says to the banking lobbyists, your anti-competitive tactics are transparent. You complain that crypto isn't playing by the same rules, but here's the crypto industry directly under the OCC supervision and standards, prioritizing compliance, trust, and innovation to the benefit of consumers. What are you so afraid of? I mean, Brad Garlinghouse is, I mean, he's sticking out his chest, man. He's up there, basically challenging them even more. But I mean, the office of the comptroller of the currency is out here, basically allowing this to happen. So kind of crazy when you think about it. I mean, this is a very positive step. When it comes to RLUSD, I think this is a very good thing for RLUSD. How does this play for XRP? I don't know yet. I don't know how it's going to play for XRP, but I mean, RLUSD, it sets it up very, very nicely. So kind of nice to see that. Adam, thanks so much for the $5 super chat, dude. Sup, yo. Hope you are staying dry up there. Yeah, no, appreciate that. And yeah, hi fan OCC day. It's been pretty wet up here. We've had some massive flooding. Pretty good storm that came through, but I've been staying pretty dry. So are we cooked? I don't think we're cooked. I just think that we're going to have it's just going to be kind of flat. I mean, sort of goes back to this chart. I played this chart earlier here. I mean, this is what it's going to look like for the next couple months. We're going to be sitting right here, dude. Just kind of like flat. We'll go look at the chart here. I mean, here a good description of Bitcoin being flat is this right here. I mean, we'll probably go through something like this. This right here, basically from March of 2024 all the way until October 2024, which is basically almost like 8 months. May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months. We just kind of sat flat, you know what I mean? And then we sat over here for another almost a month and a half. We sat flat again, you know what I mean? So I think that this is kind of what's going to happen. And then, you see here, every time we go through these phases, we sit through these flat phases. And I think that we could go in for a potential couple months, maybe a month and a half. We're already 2 months in, 3 months in, 1, 2, 3, going on our fourth week. Going in on this. Last time we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before we started to ride almost 6 weeks. This one obviously lasted this was a prolonged period of just flatness. And this was obviously right after the ETF announcements. The ETFs went crazy. Then we just sort of sat there flat until basically Trump came into office, and then we massively rose up, and then we've come back down to those levels again. But this is kind of what I'm expecting, is us to go through a period of like maybe 2 months of us just sitting flat. And that's kind of what it feels like right now. So you can see that. I mean, it's right here on the chart for us to see. So I wouldn't say that we're cooked, but I would just say it's kind of flat, and people are going to, get bored. People get really bored. I mean, they're not making gains, and they don't know how to make gains in this space. They're going to get bored. And again, that's why I go back over here and I spend my time doing trades over here. You know what I mean? And I build up my portfolio here. Yeah, maybe it's $200 here, $300 there. Maybe I'll lose a couple $100, but the overall thing is to build gains on this, and that's kind of what I do. So I mean, like on markets where they're up and down, you come over here, I leverage trade. I don't try to exceed too much margin. Too much leverage. I maybe do a 10x, maybe a 15x at most. Sometimes I'll do 20 if I'm really gambling, but I don't put too much on the line for that. But yeah, I mean, like overall, and it's not even gambling. It's just you're trying to really just play the markets and look at the indicators. And sometimes most of the times we actually do pretty decent. Sometimes you'll hit a little bit and lose a little bit, but you'll make it back at some point. That's kind of how it's been for me, at least. So this is if you're bored in crypto because like you're just spot trading and the markets are very, up and down, and you bought it at, $2.50 and it's sitting around 230, and then it goes to 240 and then back to 230, and you're like just sitting there for the next 3-4 months. It gets exhausting watching that. So I just go here and I just go over here and I do my leverage trades. That's what I do. So, which is beneficial for me. It's not for everyone. It's beneficial for me. So, I'm sick of all these, the wallets. Austin, how low can XRP go? I'll star that. We'll take a look at it here in a minute. Do I need to register my XCL if I'm to do? I don't think you have to. I think you just have to register your tokens now. I don't think it's to become a relayer. What's your take on the privacy coins? I think privacy coins are where they're at, marching Aries. I think privacy coins are the right thing. What are the next moves for crypto? What's next for all of us? I guess I think I just said, like, I mean, I think we're going to be pretty flat, and if we bounce off that, it'd be great. So we chop sideways until that very well could, dude. Michael, PNW, Pacific Northwest. I mean, yeah. I mean, very, very well. That could happen. I mean, which would be May, right? So you're talking June, January, February, March, April, May, which puts us right into the middle of Q2. But I mean, we've already talked about that. Crazy. My XCL is the only crypto I own in the green. XCL's been doing phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people doubted XCL. A lot of people were hating on XCL. But if you bought into the pre-sale of XCL and you're still holding them, you're still up a significant amount of money right now. I mean, I was just looking at yesterday. It's kind of crazy, dude. I hate to be so gloomy, but we skip in and slide into another government shutdown. No, we definitely are, guy. You brought that up the last time, and we are kind of skipping towards that. Unless they do unless the filibuster happens, then there won't be a government shutdown. So if the filibuster gets put out there, and it very well could happen now, right? I mean, if they loom towards if it goes towards another government shutdown, I guarantee you the filibuster is going to get hit. It's going to blow up the entire government. Obviously, some people are against the filibuster. Some people are for the filibuster. But I mean, that's what's going to happen. I mean, I think if it gets close to a government shutdown in January again, I think that the Republicans are they're gonna blow it up, dude. They're gonna blow up the filibuster. It's just good. That's what's gonna happen. XCHL charts are full of bots running the show. I don't know. I don't even spend time looking at it. You guys do understand BTC is about to fork again, right? Yeah, the halving's coming up, right? Are we talking about, Cool Cat? It's going to go way down. No one knows, but probably way down. We'll see what happens here, dude. You can see already here. I mean, we've hit these numbers before. I mean, go back all the way to 2016. Anytime we get down below these levels right here, and again, these are basically this right here, this blue one. I think this is the 200 EMA or the 200 moving average. Anytime we get down to these levels right here, and the 200 moving average is actually coming down pretty good, but anytime we get close to this 200 moving average right here, we tend to bounce back. And I don't know if that's actually, that might be the 100 moving average. I think he actually has it on the 100 moving average. Anytime we get close to even the 100 moving average, it's actually not looking too bad. So this might be their 100 moving average. I don't know what he has here. But anytime we get close to that, we actually look pretty good. You can see back over here, anytime we get close to the 100, we actually bounced off it. Since basically back in 2023, we get down close, we bounce off. But I mean, we could come back down and cross back over, which is what we did here. But anytime we get to the 200, we usually bounce off. Look at that. We bounce off the 200 here back in 2020 or 2018. We bounced off it here in 2020. We actually went well below it here in 2022. This is obviously the Luna Classic collapse, the FTX collapse. So like that contributed a lot to that, where this was a massive just liquidation events that happened here. Now we're getting up here again, where, I mean, right now this 200 moving average is getting up to exactly what I said up here. 69 is kind of the number that we're going to get to here. This 200 moving average is going to get up here to the 69, and that will be the low of the next market. It will be the height of the previous bull run, which will be 69, and that will be the low for Bitcoin at some point during this next bear or next major downturn. It's going to come down and hit 69 and then have a bounce back. I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing here. So continue to buy BTC, ETH, and XRP. That's kind of that's a lot of where I'm at. Why is the sound cutting out? I don't know why, dude. I've always had my issues over here with I don't know why my sound's cutting out so bad on TikTok. I got to figure it out. I tried to step up my game with the TikTok stuff, and it just kind of gets obliterated. So I'm sorry if it sounds like ass over there. I wonder if I can run maybe I should run I don't know what I should run. So maybe I have something open that shouldn't be open. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But Jack Burt, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. And half of the U.S. millionaires bought one Bitcoin. The supply would vanish overnight. Probably would, dude. We got Javi now. So what's up, Javi? Or Hovi? Good to see you, buddy. But this is kind of crazy, too, because this model says Bitcoin's fair value is 194. So this model is obviously banked on where we're going when it comes to the models here. And we actually, since this was put out there, we're actually lower, dude. We're in more of we're actually closer to the bottom than we are to the top, which is wild to think, right? We're closer to the bottom than we are to the top. And if you actually see that, let me go back here. It's kind of a wild thing to see that we're closer to the bottom of this, which is again 169. If you're going to say 69 is our number here, we're actually closer to that than we are to hitting an all-time high again, which is kind of crazy. I mean, actually, yeah, probably close. Yeah, I'd say roughly pretty close to that. So, this is where it gets a little crazy. I told you guys follow the ETFs. ETFs are huge, right? BlackRock's Bitcoin BTF just formed its first death cross in history. Kind of crazy to see that we've passed over here, but obviously, I mean, they're selling. They're selling. I mean, BlackRock's out here selling. You can wake up and you can actually look at the markets and open up your Arcam in the morning and see where they're at. And I mean, unfortunately, BlackRock and these institutions are selling their cryptos. They came back and just bought it over the last hour. They've come over and bought it. But I mean, BlackRock actually hasn't sold that much over the last couple of days. It's Grayscale and the other ones that are doing it, dude. 2025 out great when it was tariffs. Every time the market started pumping, I know remember the whole tariff thing. I mean, that's so crazy, dude. What's the filibuster? Oh, it's just basically giving it. So the filibuster is like the biggest. I mean, this is probably the biggest thing out there. It's basically like right now a filibuster is like the Senate's tactic and to delay or block a vote or a bill. And right now it requires 60 votes. So you got to get 60 votes, meaning that you're going to have to get people from both parties on board with you. And so senators can talk as much as they want to prevent a final vote. A motion to end the debate requires roughly like 60 votes to pass it. And that's kind of what happens. And so basically what this does is that if you come out here and nuke the filibuster, it eliminates all that. It eliminates that, and it basically you only need 50% of majority to be there to make the vote pass. So you don't even, and so that's kind of what it does, is that you just need 50% of the people to vote on it. So knowing that the Republicans hold 52 seats, I can't remember exactly what it is, 51 seats, 52 including the VP. They would be able to pass anything they wanted in the Senate. So it kind of gets crazy. But as soon as you nuke the filibuster, once the other party gets control of it, it basically, then they'll be able to pass anything that they want. So it's kind of I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Aren't we still waiting for the clarity? Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're still waiting for clarity for sure. Meme coin dominance in alt markets, dude. Meme coins are dead, guys. I want to put it to you. If you guys are on the meme coin train still, I just want to put it to you, dude. Meme coins are absolutely dead. Anyone in meme coins is, I don't know what they're saying, dude. I don't know. I guess my question is, do you think meme coins are dead? The chart sure as hell telling us that, dude. The chart's telling us that basically do not put your money in a meme coin. That's basically what this is telling me right now, dude. And I don't think a lot of people here actually buy meme coins. I mean, it's probably do for like fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll go out and leverage trade Pepe sometimes. You know what I mean? But like, no one's buying SHIB. No one's out there buying Pepe today. No one's out there buying. I mean, and I don't even classify Dogecoin as a meme coin. Dogecoin actually has use case. Dogecoin actually can be mined. Dogecoin's actually legit. Pepe's down 400% from December 2024. Yeah. I mean, meme coin, bonk. Go down the list of these things, dude. Are people actually buying these things? If money is collected by the government from consumers of imports that is disappearing into a black hole, probably is. I'm loading up on Luna. How much Pepe do you own? I think I own. I think I own over. I think I'm in the 5-digit marker for what I own in Pepe. I think it's the 5-digit marker. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked at. To tell you the truth, I haven't looked at my Pepe in a minute. Hold on. Give me 1 second, dude. I'll pull up my wallet here. Yeah, it's in the 5-digit mark, which I've owned for a long time, dude. I've owned Pepe I owned Pepe for a while. I've just sat there. I've never even touched it. But I don't trade it. Like, I'm not buying it today. I would never buy it today. I wouldn't buy SHIB today. I wouldn't buy any of those today, dude. Like, no knock at them. I'm just saying, like, I'd buy Dogecoin today. Dogecoin's the only one I would buy today. But yeah, SHIB's done, dude. Like, SHIB, unfortunately, like SHIB, unless you got in earlier and still holding, like SHIB's, I don't think it's gonna take a lot for SHIB to get back to top 10, right? It's gonna probably continue to dwindle. Pepe, unfortunately, it's gonna have its ups and downs, but I mean, like, it's gonna be hard to keep that going. There's nothing that's going to continue to fuel Pepe. There's nothing that continues to fuel SHIB. Like, there's nothing out there that puts money into it or injects money into these things. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, when you think about it like that, you're like, yeah, dude, how does it go? Obviously Trump can probably inject as much as he wants into this to make it pump. So that's an outlier, because who knows what Trump's a he's a wild card. Who knows what he could do with his little meme coin over here? But I mean, yeah, bonk. I mean, these are all done. I know people out here like their Pudgy Penguin, but I mean, I don't know how far it can go. I don't know. Is it going to reach top 10, top 20? Definitely, probably not. Floki's still hanging in there, but it hasn't really done a whole lot. So I'm not here to knock the projects. I'm not here to knock the meme coins. It's not my thing. But I would kind of agree that looking off this chart right now, they kind of look like they are dead. The market's dead right now. I'm not saying they can't make a comeback. They'll make a comeback. Markets will have their ups and downs. I'm not saying that meme coins can't come back. I'm just saying that meme coins are kind of dead right now. 0.212407 long at 4x. Hop aboard. Yeah, let's take a look at this. We haven't looked at some of these things yet. Let's take a look at this. Let me get through the rest of the news here, because I think this is some good things to cover here. I'm not going to get into the SB, but I'm going to get into this. SpaceX is about to be the most incredible IPO of all time. You guys heard this straight from Elon yesterday, is that SpaceX will be launching an IPO in 2026. And right now the valuation is 3 times the current valuation of OpenAI, which is insane, dude. This IPO is going to be nuts, dude. They're looking to be almost worth $1 trillion out the gate, right? I mean, like the valuation. I mean, that's the biggest IPO in the history of all IPOs. He's in the deck calling it right now. Yeah. So we need real utility. I think so. You need stuff that goes back into projects to make it run. I own Toshi. That's it for memes. Gotcha. Okay. I'm not here dogging meme coins. That's not what I'm here. I'm just saying that, like, I have a hard time with memes because the only people pumping them are you and me. There's no money going from any other place coming in. So I don't know anything about Toshi, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, IPO next year is going to be nuts. Continue to follow this, by the way. The U.S. Federal Reserves will begin the purchase of $40 billion in Treasury bills today. More liquidity is coming. So just realize the Feds are buying. The Feds are going to continue to buy. And this is where the money is starting to get pumped into the market. So it's crazy to sit here and say that we're going to go down in terms of a market when you have the Feds out here that just, quantitative easing or quantitative tightening just got released. We're going to go and start, basically buying up a lot of things here. And so to say that the market is going to continue to go down is just kind of crazy to me. Europe, I don't want to show the P&L, dude. Why do you keep asking me to show the P&L? I don't care about the P&L right now. I'm not talking about the P&L. The brokerage P&L is not on my top list of things to show. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I get you, bro. What are you talking, dude? I can care less about the P&L for brokerage right now, dude. Crazy, man. That's all you're putting into the text is just P&L, dude. No one gives a shit about the P&L right now, dude. Especially me. I can care less about the P&L right now, dude. RLUSD is coming to Solana. HBAR. Yeah, okay. We take a look at HBAR, dude. We'll take a look at HBAR right after this right here. As you guys see right here, we talked about this yesterday, dude. And what's crazy is we were talking about Sam Bankman-Fried. Do Kwon was officially sentenced to 15 years. They were trying to get 5 years. And this is slightly more than the 12 years that was requested. So, I mean, he got a little bit higher than he was supposed to. But it's crazy to me that Sam Bankman-Fried got 30 years and you got Do Kwon out here that got 15. So, yeah. It's kind of crazy, dude. Like, it's just kind of wild. I don't know where they got that up from, but I mean, he finally got sentenced. So, I mean, maybe he'll be in the same jail cell as Diddy. Who knows, dude? But okay, let's jump into where we think this is going to go here. You can see XRP is making a little bit of a comeback here over the last hour, which is kind of nice, right? I mean, over the last 3 hours, we've made a bounce back since this morning's opening of the markets. You can see right here. Did come down, hit our golden pocket, just slightly below the golden pocket this morning. The hour's bounced back here. The 4 hour has come down and actually hit some levels here, or it came down this yesterday, hit levels, and it's coming down. It's tough to read the 4 hour right now, but the 12 hours come down, hit the bottom, is bounced up. But I mean, this 12 hour is not looking too hot right now. But again, markets are going to tend to go up and down here. I'm if you're looking at the 4 hour here, especially when it comes to like Ethereum right now, I mean, you can see right here, there's a nice little pickup right here between roughly 31.65, which is a nice little fair value gap here. So this could come back up here and probably fill this little gap that we have right here, roughly around 31.5. So that could actually happen with Ethereum here. Bitcoin, definitely coming back down on the 4 hour, the 12 hours kind of flattening out right now. I could see this probably coming back down into the 80s, 89s. And maybe we peaked out here, maybe 89 again. There was a little bit of a fair value gap sitting right here, which got filled up. The day chart, you go to the day chart here, again, at the peak right here. This is the only thing that's kind of throwing me off here, is because, we've been up at the top for quite a while here. And if you go back and look at the average days of where we sit up at the top up here, we're kind of at that average now. Well, we kind of peaked it out. So, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I mean, we do have potential to come back down. And again, it could come back down. It could still hit the bottom and not actually fully drop out. Like, it doesn't have to lose like a massive percentage to be able to lose this hold up top up here with the 8-hour RSI. So yeah, the 4 hours kind of throwing me off here. We're actually downtrending right now with Bitcoin. 12 hours obviously coming. I think it's going to eventually come back down. We didn't do a full reset here, so this is why I think we're going to come down, because we didn't do an actual full reset on the 12. And then the day chart, obviously, it's been at the top for a while. So, to me, like, Bitcoin maybe could come down a little bit more. XRP obviously showing on the day chart, we're going to come down here. I think we're going to probably hit bottom here. So this is the only thing that's holding me off from buying Bitcoin. Like I said, I'll probably buy Bitcoin. We have roughly 5 hours left to see where the rest of this candle goes on the day. But I'm hoping that maybe this comes down and bounces off the 20%, and then we can bounce back up. So H-bar right now, definitely looking the same. Looking the exact same right now. H-bar is coming down pretty hot. 4 hours at the bottom here. So 4 hours, actually, tell you the truth, like, H-bar is actually in a really good spot. Not only do we have multiple fair value gaps up here, but the 4 hours at the bottom, 12 hours, just past the 20% marker. Day chart fills. We'll probably see this come down. I mean, here in about 5 hours, this will hopefully dip below the 20. And yeah, that opens up the door to become a purchase signal at that point. So buy high, sell low, right? I know, Andrew V. It's kind of crazy, dude. No need to read that out loud. I know. I'm with you, bud. I'm like, gosh, dude, it's crazy. If Trump really wants to fix the economy, we all would be winning by now. I think it's probably a slow process, dude. Everyone was so hyped about October, November, and December. It turned out to be a Dumptober, Downvember, and Dead December. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you on that, dude. I think we had other expectations. I would agree with that. I think we had some high expectations. I did. I had some high expectations going into November, just in October, November, for sure. Without question. You guys, I mean, you follow me on the stream. I was pretty bullish about it, and it was kind of a letdown. I would agree with that, and it's been kind of a letdown. I wouldn't say it's been. I think now we just it's kind of like, what's crazy? My father he was totally expecting it, and maybe I was a little bit more bullish than he was. He was more of like, yeah, we're going to be flat. He was more on it than I was. I went long on XRP with the news, and I'm happy. I'm in a profit and locked in with a stop loss. That's the way to do it, dude. That's the way to do it, man. This is a good time to sell or buy BTC. I mean, I'm not selling my BTC, dude. Like, it's just not going to happen. I mean, there's no desire to sell it. So, I mean, it depends on where you're at in life. It depends on what you're trying to do. What is that? Non-providentiae. It depends on what you want to do in life, dude. No promo today, Oz. Oz, that's what's up. What promo do I normally do? You talking like with like Sentinel and stuff like that, or like when you say promo, what is that? Like, no, I don't know. What do you mean by that, Brodick? I'm making money in the markets thanks to what I've learned here, so thank you. Oh, that's awesome. I know, Andrew B. Yeah, you guys have been killing it, dude. Oh, it's a psychological game. They know everything, has high expectations. Yeah, big time, dude. It's big time. If you're not making money, then go study charts. I think it's important to understand where charts are, where they're going. And then just don't over leverage yourself, dude. Like, just don't over leverage. That's the biggest thing here. People get greedy and you over leverage yourself, dude. I mean, like I said, even if you did like an isolated on like, let's just do a 10x. I mean, you don't have to do a 10x, dude. Do like a 7x. But even if you did a 10x right now, and let's just say that you want to do it on let's just say we want to do it on XRP, okay? And I'm not going to do it right now on XRP because I think XRP can go down, even though it's doing really well right now. And you want to put like $1,000 on it. I mean, you're buying $10,000 in XRP on a 10x. It has to go all the way down to 183. And if you go back and actually look at that, 183 puts you back down. Oops, that's the wrong one. 183 puts you at the bottom of this, the bottom of the cycle right here where this is at. And I mean, for it to go down and hit 183, I mean, you're creating a new low. I mean, you're now creating a lower low, basically. I'm not going to count this as a lower low because this was our liquidation event that happened in October. That was just a massive anomaly. So just count that as, I don't really count it, but I mean, this right here would create a lower low. If we create a lower low, then I mean, we're in for the, we're in the thick of it at that point. I'm just trying to help the A team with some affordable gold mining claims. Oh, you're talking about your gold stuff? Yeah, it's all good, bro. Sorry it got deleted, man. But yeah, I was like, yeah, do your thing. I mean, a little of my stack to pay for a fight. Don't know if you think it'll go lower. I think it could, dude. I've been paper trading for 20 minutes on BTC on XRP, and I'm up $80. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's the way to do it, dude. XRP on Solana, yeah. What's up with the Cent today? Cent's looking pretty good today, man. I'll be honest with you. Cent's been killing it, dude. Sentinel's been absolutely shredding it in terms of pre-sale. It's doing good. It's probably the best pre-sale I've seen in a long time. Sitting up at 1.7 million raised. 12 days left. Obviously, the team behind it launched Exceller, did 35x. I mean, they're here to add fuel to the fire for XCL and Sentinel. And I mean, yeah, kind of excited to sort of see where it goes. So yeah, kind of excited to sort of see what happens here with it. I mean, this is climbing, dude. I think people are starting to see what it's about. People are starting to realize that it's has potential. Go read about it, dude. Go see what it's trying to do. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem. That's what it's about, dude. That October dump was not an anomaly. It was a deliberate market crash. Well, I'm just saying, I mean, when you think about it, I get it was deliberate. Like it was deliberate in it, but I mean, when you think about it, it's something that was just irregular. That's all. It was just super irregular. It didn't fit any of the patterns that we were in. So, yes, I would agree that it was definitely a deliberate market crash, but it was an anomaly because it was just something that wasn't. It was just irregular, super irregular, and didn't fit the patterns that were there, which is, I guess, what an anomaly would be. I don't know. Sell your Pepe and buy Cent. I probably should. I probably should sell my Pepe and buy Cent, but I don't want to pay taxes. I've been trying to avoid paying taxes. I told you guys that, dude. Like we're coming to the end of the year, dude, and I don't want to be paying more taxes. So, guys, I gotta actually hop off, guys. I know it's been a short thing today. I gotta hop off. I gotta go do some things with my mother. So I'm gonna hop off and get going for the day, dude. So maybe I'll come on tonight. It is Friday. Maybe I'll hop on for a little Friday night stream. So yeah, with all that, sorry I came on late. Sorry I'm getting off a little early. Duty calls for family, and that's where it's at. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in. I think the markets are going to potentially come back down, probably put some longs in tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, with all that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Love you guys a ton, and we're out. Peace out, everyone.